Yes, yes, yes. People, we are back. Yes, we are back. On another episode, it is H God, and this is Beer Sports. Yeah, man, my people, welcome back. You know what I mean? I appreciate all of them who come back, who listen, who show support, who comment, who like, who dislike, who share. Everything appreciated. You know what I mean? Like I said, this is the beginning. We getting it started. So just forward and tap into it early. All right, nice. With all of that being said, may I come and try? May I don't know why if he comes to, but today may I forward and try for not be too long on this subject. You know what I mean? It's just like a quick subject, like a breaking news in the realm of one of my favorite teams. You know what I mean? And it doesn't know on the channel. We cover broad range of topics and all topics, but the topics I love the most are the topics about my team. What am I talking about with my team now? So, the New England Patriots have traded their still rookie quarterback that they drafted in last year's draft in the 7th round, Joe Milton. Yes, that's right. Joe Milton has been traded. If I could pull it up real quick, he has been traded to the Dallas Cowboys. And the compensation we have received is a 5th round pick and a 7th round pick. So yeah, that probably happened when I'm recording this, probably like a half an hour ago or so. It happened while I was out on my run. Yeah, you know, get up in the morning, take a little run, clear the mind, get the heart rate up. Great for everybody. I advise everybody to try and do some cardio anytime you can during the day. You know what I mean? Beer Sports Talk approved. But we jump off I run now and see where I go on. So I say, all right, let me talk about this, because this is something that comes as no shock to me, as no surprise to me. Because for as much fault as Joe Milton does has a prospect, and later on we'll get to it, he's also immensely talented, and he's also a prospect where any team will be like, you know what, given the right circumstances and the right chances, we take a chance on him, you know? So, me saying that, people are probably wondering, well, why would the Patriots trade him? And what a lot of fans are saying is, oh, you know why would they trade him for so little bit? And bro, we all know. Listen, I'm a sports fan myself, so I'm qualified to say this, but we all know that sports fans, for the large parts, are idiots. You know what I mean? All of us, me included, we feel like so we know so much, and we don't know what the fuck is going on at all, right? So, why Joe Milton only went for a 5th and a 7th? And I say only as if that wasn't a good return, as if we didn't spend only a 7th rounder from him a year ago and already flipped that into a 5th and a 7th. But I digress. Joe Milton went for that compensation, and even in the draft where he did, for a multitude of reasons. You know what I mean? One of them being that in New England, undoubtedly, Drake May is the guy, and he is the future. So, when you have that person in there, you kind of want to go all in and invest all, you know what I mean? Because I think, 2 seasons ago or so, there was an exact same dilemma like that in New England, where we had 2 quarterbacks. We had Matt Jones, a 1st rounder, right? We had Zappy, who was a late round pick. And there were times when Zappy would come in and play a certain way, and it bred a certain level of toxicity. You know what I mean? Both in the locker room and in the fan base. The fan base mostly, but based off of our reports, there were tense feelings in the locker room between that. You know what I mean? So I kind of see this as a move by New England to not only acquire tangible assets that could use now, because let's have it right. In the NFL, I don't care how good your backup is. And yes, you need a good backup. Your backup cannot be trash. But a guy is a backup for a reason. Let me repeat. A guy is a backup for a reason. And if you, especially as a rookie, have a guy that you believe is your guy, and I'm going to put my neck out right now and state and tell people that Drake May is the guy. He is that guy. Then realistically, the best thing to do is trade Milton now when his value will probably be the highest it ever will. You know what I mean? Because listen, yeah, man, I hear it. You know, he played versus Buffalo last year, you know what I mean, in a game that was kind of pointless. You know what I mean? All due respect to them Monday, but him play against some practice squad and some future Walmart manager and, you know what I mean, some bus driver and them Monday, bro. It's still, you know what I mean, NFL backup level, backups, but still backups, bro. You know what I mean? Them man ain't really ready for a thing like that, bro, in a meaningless game, because Buffalo was not. I mean, everybody goes out to try and win the game, but Buffalo didn't care about that game. They're already thinking about the playoffs. You know what I mean? And credit to him. Him do good. You can only play who's in front of you and perform. You know what I mean? And he did that. All kudos to him. But again, it's levels to everything. You know what I mean? And him having a spark in a game like that cannot negate from just all the tape of him that exists from college. And his college tape, you turn it on and look, it's not the best. You know what I mean? You see his deficiencies. You see the inaccuracy. You see his inability to layer and at a certain level a touch to the ball on certain. Like, listen, Joe Milton's thing is deep ball. He might got throw the best deep ball you probably ever see. He can stand up from one end zone and throw it in the next end zone, effortlessly. But when it comes to those small, intermediate throws, you know what I mean, where you need less power, less force, more touch, more precision, more finesse, he struggles with that. You know what I mean? Struggles with that. Physical specimen, like, he looks like a starting caliber quarterback. Not like when you look at him, you look like a football player straight up. You know what I mean? I have enough love for Joe Milton. You know what I mean? I respect him. I respected him as a prospect. I was excited when I seen us draft him in the 7th round, because to me it's just interesting. You know what I mean? It was very interesting to see, and I knew that this would be something. You know what I mean? I knew that at some point we would have been able to get some form of compensation for him from a team that, you know, needs a quarterback. But at the end of the day, like I said, people who were thinking, oh, we're gonna get a second and a third and even a fourth for a guy that was just a 7th round pick a year ago. Listen, he showed flashes and he was great, but that's just not good business. And yes, there are a lot of suckers in the NFL who get taken advantage of and don't know what they're doing, but this was not one of those cases. You see, if Milton did have a little bit more NFL film to him, more than just the one game, then maybe. But the uncertainty of a guy always just playing one game is always going to, you know what I mean? That's always going to be a factor. So, in closing, in my humble opinion, I think it's a very good move. You know what I mean? honestly, if we could have finessed and maybe get a 4th or something, I'd have been like, yo, this is brilliant. But for me, it's like it makes sense. You know what I mean? And then now, that power you have now, you have that 5th and that 7th, they can probably use that for draft, you know what I mean? Move up in the draft, move to 4 in the 4th round. Currently, do we have a 4th round pick? Not 100% sure, I'll have to check. And I'll just put the full Patriots draft compensation from this year on the screen so we can see. But yeah, it just leaves us in a better spot right now versus down the future. Like I hear people saying, oh, you know, keep him in Valley can go. So look, realistically, like I said, Drake May is that guy. He is the guy. That being said, and given that, it makes no sense to hold on to a backup that has value down, because its value will only go down if everything goes according to plan and how you want it. Because if that happens, Joe Milton is not playing. He's literally just sitting behind Drake May. So, yeah, good trade. I'm happy with it personally. I know online a lot of people aren't happy with it because online people are never happy with anything. You know what I mean? So it's like, who pays attention to online? They're all idiots. Anyway. But yeah, that's just what I have to say about this whole trade. Happy for Joe. You know, I still think he's going over there to be a backup, but he's in a position now where he has more of a fighting chance to win the job, even though I still think it's Dak Prescott's job. But I mean, we've seen Dak has an injury history. Sometimes he gets out of form, and the Cowboys kind of volatile anyways, you know what I mean? So if Joe can go over there and do something, big ups to him. You know what I mean? I'd be happy for him. Right now, my focus is turned on the draft, coming up in a few weeks. Yeah, definitely have some draft content coming in the near future. And yeah, you know, like I say, everybody, stay tuned in. Thank you for tuning in. I always remember everything, consistency is key, and over here I try to keep it consistent. You know what I mean? So daily uploads are pump out. You know, life happen, however it is, but we make a duty to ourselves, so yo, for forward every day and gain or something for tuning to, listen to, and hopefully spark a conversation about, you know what I mean? So my respects to everybody again. Make sure you say, you know what I mean, on our like, on our subscribe up, on our share up, and yeah, you see beside the subscribe button, yeah man, and I have a little bell right there, so make sure you say, on our press that for stay locked, super locked in. You know what I mean? You press that bell there, yeah man, I know say, you really rate me. You see me? So, yeah man, everybody stay up and stay blessed. Until the next video, I'm out.